Instant match reaction. Burnley won, Everton won at Turf Moor. Shocking again. Absolutely shocking. And today a point was never going to be enough. Not enough whatsoever. Another just awful Everton performance, wasn't it? So flat, lacking any intensity, just lacking, looking like they're arsed, looking like they care, looking like they want to win the game. The first half was shocking. Absolutely shocking. Carlo Ancelotti, for me, got the team wrong again. Said it multiple times over the last week. If you're going to play a 5 at the back formation, your fullbacks have to be good going forward. It'll work with Luca Dean in the team because he's brilliant going forward. It'll work with, a Iwobi on the right maybe because he's an attacking-minded player. It was never going to work with Fabian Delph at left wing-back whatsoever. Fabian Delph is not good enough at all. Never mind going forward. And it didn't work. We just looked so flat. We looked a lack of any ideas. We were just getting constantly pressured. They were creating opportunities. They scored within the first 3 minutes again. Another shot where a player's taking a shot from 25 yards out along the floor and it manages to go in. This is happening every single week now. It's not good enough whatsoever. And then Fabian Delph goes off and we change to a 4 at the back formation. Ben Godfrey goes at left back and we start to improve. We actually start to look like getting a foot on the ball a little bit. We're breaking forward. We still can't make the final pass. Dominic Calvert-Lewin has an opportunity in the first few minutes that I think he should do better. He gets a touch to it and Nick Pope makes a big save, but I think he should do better. And then we score within the last 10, 15 seconds, whatever, of the first half. And I'm not, let's be perfectly honest, we didn't really deserve to be going in at 1-1. And I know people say, oh, you deserve what you get, but we were atrocious in that first half. We were absolutely abysmal. And we break away. Alan does well, strong in the midfield, gets it to Richarlison, good ball in, and goes in by Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And you're thinking, right, okay, any other team now would come out in the second half and there'd be a reaction. They'd step it up a level. They'd know that they got away with one in the first half, so they'd step it over a level in the second. Not Everton, no. Everton just come out, and again, we have a little 15-minute spell, 5-10-minute, 15-minute spell in the start of the second half where we look like actually controlling the game. We look like we actually won it, and then it just went flat again. Just nothing there, and it's at that point in a game of football where you look at your bench and you think, right, who comes on now? Who comes on to change this game? Who comes on to add a bit of energy? Who comes on to, give us that push that we need to go and win this game? And our bench was sickening. Again, today you looked at our bench and there wasn't one player who you looked at and thought, I can guarantee you're going to come on and change a game of football. Can you look at Anthony Gordon and say, I guarantee you're going to come on and change a game of football? No, but I would bet me house that he'd do more than Sigurdsson can, or he'd do more than Bernard can, or anybody else that could come off that Everton bench. It was just horrible again. It was an horrible game of football, and we knew it was going to be a horrible game of football because they're a team that, do defend and do try and grind out results, but we brought nothing to really break them down other than the goal that we scored. And, a Gylfi Sigurdsson effort that he has in the last minute that I don't want to see Gylfi Sigurdsson in an Everton shirt ever again. I just don't. He's not good enough. He hasn't got the attitude. I just don't want to see him anywhere near this football club. Please sell him in January. Please sell him because he's nowhere near good enough. He should be fined a week's wages for that miss at the end there. He literally gets played in perfectly by James Rodriguez. He's got a great opportunity and he hits it right at Nick Pope. The entire right-hand side of the goal was free. Scores that, we win the game, we come away with 3 points. But he doesn't again. He does what Sigurdsson does, stands around and does nothing, and then places it right in the palm of the goalkeeper. It was dreadful. But overall today, again, you can't just blame Sigurdsson. He was only on for 5 or 10 minutes at the end of the game. We had nothing. We lacked any energy. We lacked any intensity. Like I said, if you're going to play a 5 at the back formation, you need to play 4 wing-backs that are good at fast going forward and have got pace. Why Niles Nkunku? Look, Niles Nkunku wasn't in the team again today. Neither was Anthony Gordon. Weren't even in the matchday squad. I'm bored of talking about it because it's very clear Carlo Ancelotti doesn't fancy them. It's very clear he doesn't think they're first team players. So I'm bored of talking about it and bored of bringing it up because we could sit here all day and debate why they should be in there and why if Anthony Gordon was on the bench, we could come on and change that game, bring a bit of pace, bring a bit of energy. But it's pointless because Carlo Ancelotti will set up with the team next week where neither of them two are involved or included. That was a perfect... If you're going to start Fabian Delph, fine. Start Fabian Delph and come out and say he's more experienced. That's what I wanted to go for. Fine. Come off after 25 minutes because the lad's made of glass. He's absolutely made of glass. That's when you're looking at your bench and you're thinking, okay, maybe Nkunku can come on now and change the game and get his opportunity. Why is the lad not even on the bench? I sort of understand if Carlo's thought process is, he hasn't got enough experience to start in the Premier League. Sad. Why? If the fact that he's not on the bench is a joke. It's an absolute joke. I don't understand it whatsoever. Unless he's injured, I don't understand it. It's not like we're looking at a bench full of world beaters, World Cup winners, Champions League winners. We're looking at a bench full of Cenk Tosun, who before 3 weeks ago hadn't kicked the ball in an Everton shirt for about 20 years. Bernard, who's about as consistent as a chocolate fireguard, and Gylfi Sigurdsson, who stands there looking like a snowman, not moving, and then misses the only opportunity he gets. What's the point in having these good, young, talented players who want to show and want to prove themselves if you're not even going to give them that opportunity? Is it absolutely 100% certain that they'd come on and change the game? No, of course not. But I'd rather Nkunku have an absolute stinker and go, well, there you go, you've given us opportunity, than putting Delph in there and understanding what you're going to get, which is 20 minutes of nothingness and then coming off with an injury. Fair enough, Ben Godfrey went left back and I actually thought he'd done okay. Defensively, again, you're looking at another defensive performance where individually, Mina done well, made a couple of tackles, made a couple of decent blocks. Iwobi done okay, certainly in the first half. Godfrey done well at left back. Keane was okay as well. But collectively, as a whole, as a unit, as a cohesion, the communication is dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. It takes teams one pass, one ball over the top, and they break any of our defence to bits. And they can constantly create opportunities through that. Again, the midfield was a shambles from the start. Alan started awfully. Decore wasn't much better. Got into their own a little bit in the towards the end of the game, but it's not good enough when you're playing 45 minutes of dross. And very much of the same. Feel a bit sorry for Calvert-Lewin, to be honest. Feel a bit sorry for Hammers, who was trying to create, trying to get in the right positions, trying to play the passes. But just, creative-wise, we have been shot in the stomach without Luca Dean in this team. If you had a mannequin and you said this mannequin is embodiment of creativity, we've basically chopped the head right off it with Luca Dean not being in that squad, because we all suffer, but everybody suffers from it, because we just, again, Richarlison on that left hand side, he works hard and he had a couple of chances, but he hasn't got that left back to bomb on and get past him. Even when Godfrey was there, Godfrey done okay defensively, but he wasn't bombing on, he wasn't getting forward whatsoever. Did he even break past the halfway line at any point in that second half? And then, like I said, it's the fine margins, it's the key moments, it's the moments in the game where you look back at the end of the season, you think we were dreadful at Turf Moor, but we come away with a win. We were dreadful at that ground, but we come away with the 3 points. We're not doing that. Gylfi Sigurdsson's chance, like I said, it's disgraceful for me. It's utterly disgraceful. He is played in perfectly by James Rodriguez. He's in the perfect position. He either can chip it, smash it, or put it right hand side. What does he do? He basically passes it right where the keeper is. It's not good enough whatsoever. And I'm not one of these fans that sits here and goes, yeah, but it's a shot and anything can happen with a shot and you can't really put too much on him. He's a professional footballer getting paid £150,000 a week, signed for 50 million. If you can't bury that, go and work in the Asda, mate, because there's nothing going for you. It's a simple chance. I could have buried that, and I've literally woke up about 35 minutes ago because a game put me asleep. It's a nonsense, and it was another poor performance. And some can say it's a point away from home against a tough side, but look at the fixtures we've got coming up: Chelsea, Man United, Leicester, Man City. I don't know. No one Everton will go out and get 9 points, 12 points out of those games. But honestly, today was just shocking again. Absolutely shocking. And a point was never, ever going to be enough. And it's not enough today. It's not enough. The performance was so lacklustre. And to be perfectly honest with you, I'm very, very frustrated, as I'm sure you can tell. Emotions are running very high at the moment. And yeah, bottom line is, I think Carlo opted with the 5 at the back, which he spoke about an awful lot. 5 at the back can work if you've got great fullbacks. Not with Fabian Delph in the side. Then you go with a 4 at the back. We improve slightly, but we had the 4 at the back for the entire second half. Other than a 5 or 10 minute spell where we looked okay at the start of it, we were atrocious. It was just a flat game. We played to Burnley's level, and that's no disrespect to Burnley. Fair play to Burnley, but they come out and they said in that second half, we're going to sit off and we're going to grind out a point. And we just went, yeah, go ahead, sound, we'll do that. What's going on? Anyway, look, that's it. Instant match reaction. If you've enjoyed it, you can leave a like if you want. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Player ratings will be up in a moment. And yeah, just thank God it's finished at 3 o'clock on a Saturday, because now I can forget about it now. But there you go. See you soon.